Well, hello internet peeps. This is my response to Joe, xltoffroadbear's challenge to the 5 favourite cars in your collection. I did attempt, as I said to Joe, to pick out 5, and I couldn't do it. So I've done 10. If I failed the challenge, but I've still enjoyed doing it, and that's the real purpose, to pick out the cars, and I've rehashed them a little bit. My favourite car, well, I'll tell you what, we'll start with the least favourite. Number 10. Number 10 is a sought after car by many people. It's an early red line custom fleet side. As you can see, it's a little worse to wear. This is very special to me because I made this custom. One of my first ever customs. If you look back at my videos, I was so chuffed when I did it. I've since learnt a lot more about polishing, and so it's got a much higher sheen to it now. But it still holds a special place in my heart. And I've also got more expertise in making housing for the wheels. The wheels are in a much better setup than when I originally made it. Now it rolls really good. They're green light wheels of real riders. I have a few of these fleet sides which I've shown in previous videos if you want to check back and see them, because one is extra special because it's an RLC one. But I hope you agree with me that it's not a bad effort really. It's better than it was, but it's not a bad effort. The next one, I haven't had very long. There's quite a few different manufacturers within my list here, and this is one that's overlooked by many people. Tomica. Yes, they're hard to come by. This one is my all-time favourite because it's orange and it has working parts, which to me is just like, well, the best thing you can have. As you can see, it's got no suspension on this one, but plastic base, plastic wheels and a metal shell. But they do make a good job of the wheels, Tomica, and you can't really be upset that they're not real riders. The thing that holds this above all other cars, well, most other cars, is the fact the headlights pop them down. I'm lucky enough to have a yellow one of these as well. And there's the doors. Beautiful car, beautiful execution, and a reasonable price. You can't really go wrong with Tomica. This one is a premium range GMC motorhome. It's got a metal base, real riders, metal shell. What's important to this one? What is important to this one, to me, about it is the Atari 2600 link. I spent many hours in my youth playing on the Atari 2600, and like the Heavy 8 as it's called, the livery on the side there, the wooden panellings like the Heavy 8 or the Heavy 6, I forget what it's called now. I did not have one of those. I had a second generation, one of the old black ones, and now I've got the last one they made, the Junior. It's quite a small one. I managed to pick one of those up, but it's nice to have an original Atari, because they were a game changer when it came to games. I mean, games aren't that important in my life anymore. Diecast are a lot more important, but I still enjoy a game now and again. This one is important on many levels. This one was sold to be by my friend Nigel. He sold it to me at a very reasonable price, and a few of you might recognise it, might recognise that symbol on the hood. The hood does actually open, well, bonnet, with it being a mini moke. The hood does open there, you can see inside. This is an original condition, i.e. it's got the stickers, it's got the opening hood. Often the wheels are missing, The canopy is there, where the canopy comes off. And it'll give you a better view inside. It's got 4 seats. It was quite a basic car, the Mini Moke. You don't see many of them, even in Britain. But this is a dinky, exceptionally well made. From the series The Prisoner, which they with Patrick McGowan, which they also remade with Jim Cavez, which wasn't a patch. Had a strange ending. Unfortunately, Patrick McGowan said it was an allegory. And you can look up what an allegory was, but I think he was just trying to be flash. Nobody knew how to end the Prisoner series, and Patrick McGowan, although he made a bad job, was the only person willing to have a go, so you can't, at least he finished it. I think many people could have made a better job, because it was an exceptional series that has been copied by many other films and many other series in different ways. And it's one of my, well, sort of like mantles for life. I am not a number, I am a free man. I am not a number, I am an individual, and I want to be regarded by my name and not my social security number. It's a great believer by me, whether you're working for a company or a citizen of a country. You're an individual and you have a right to be that and not be gobbled up by the system. That's my putting my little say bit in there. This one is another custom. Quite a few customs of mine in this one. This is a Ford Galaxy, a 65. Now this is a bit of a mishmash by me. There was a Super of this, but the Super has green wheels. They are real riders, but the Super doesn't have a metal base. This is an amalgamation by me, where I've taken the great looking mainline 2020 version and hooked it up with the base from the premium Gulf version. So that one's extra special to me because it's like a Super, but it's made by me. Now this is my favourite truck of all time, Chevy Apache. This is, let's get it right which year it is, a 58. I don't have many of these because this isn't a standard Hot Wheels. As you can see, it's got a little tow hook on the back there. You can see the Chevrolet. Real riders, all metal. This is the Hot Wheels 100% series, which you don't find too much in the UK, and there's not that many in the US, but in the UK they're quite rare. This is a winner on so many levels because it's got opening parts and it's orange. Such a beautiful car with such a beautiful livery. You see the Chevrolet bow tie on the side there. I love the double headlights at the front. It's iconic, the front of the Apache. Such a mean looking truck. I love it. I'd love to have one of those. One of my favourite vehicles of all time. But that was hard to get, and I'm very lucky to have that one. This one, not an expensive car, majorette. It's a, let's get it right, so it's a sleeker GT Coupe. This one I was lucky to find at a reduced price. My friend Jay told me about the fact that they sell cars at TK Maxx, and I popped over there and this was just hanging on the peg. I've got a few more now, but this is still the best, the yellow one. Reminds me of the Datsun. I was offered one, which in my youth, but in my youth I was very British orientated and I wanted to drive a Mini, but I should have taken that Datsun. That was bright yellow, and the fact it was bright yellow put me off at the time, but it was a bad choice and somebody was trying to help me out. But there we are, we all make choices and mistakes in life. You see the real lenses in there? It's an absolute killer car, got suspension. This is how majorette really do it better than anybody else in certain cases. This is the best looking Celica I've ever seen. It's just brilliant. Opening doors, just nice detail, and the wheels, although the plastic, still good, and the tri-spoke sort of thing there. Absolutely, I love that car. Number 3, so that was number 7. Number 4. Coming down to the top 3 now. Top 3. This one, a few of you might recognise as the first edition 55 panel van. It should have a bike in the back, and I have got a mint one with the bike, and I've got a few others. The Goodyear one, and another one with a make on the side, and I've got one that's got the back door sealed up. Unfortunately, due to cost now, even on the premium, this back door doesn't open. This one I was lucky enough to pick up fairly cheap in a job lot recently. This is one of my very recent customs, and I've never liked the low stands of this van, so I have cleaned up the base because it was in rough shape, very rough. It's a bit battered, this one, so I've shined up the base, added a new axle slot there, so that's made by me, that piece there, and that's I've well, rehashed the front housing somewhat. But that is how, when I first saw it, that's how I thought it should look. And I didn't want to bash about I didn't want to bash about my perfect ones, but I was lucky. This is the best version in my opinion. It's plain, and I've taken the decals off the side as well. It has it says Hot Wheel Bikes or something like that on the side. I can't remember exactly what it is. But I picked these wheels up from the 50p shop. Although they were £1 for a set, they were on sort of like a pullback sports car, and they are just killer. They just look right. Better than the original wheels. In fact, the original wheels, the mainline wheels for this car, aren't that nice. But I hope you, even if you don't think it's as good as I do, think it's better than the original and think it's interesting. I absolutely love that one. My number two of all time is this Chevy C10. Absolutely by Autoworld. Went out of my way for this one. Real Riders. Does actually, I think it says Goodyear. It says something on the tyres there. I don't know if you can pick it out. I think it says Goodyear or something. Let's go back to the net. No, it's on that one. Sorry. I was just going to go back to the Majorette, because some of the Majorettes actually say Majorette on the wheels. But I like the livery, but when I first bought this, I didn't realise that it had sort of like a tarnished look, and it's got rubbing is racing sort of thing decals on it, and I thought there was a problem. I tried to ask for some money back. I said, oh, the decals are damaged, and they didn't know quite what to say. But because they hadn't described it as being what it is, they were good enough to give me some money back. So I was embarrassed and grateful at the same time. What is special about the new Autoworlds are that they have the opening tailgate, which is just a killer feature. The opening hood there, see the detail inside. I'm going to turn it around so you can get some light in there. Sorry, some of my lights are broken, so it might be a bit darker than it was in my previous videos. But I have shown this one before, and it is a fairly recent car, but that's just to die for, it really is. And my favourite of all time, very difficult to get, this is the 65 Galaxy, the same as the other one I did the custom on, but this is no custom. This is from the very hard to get racing series, vintage racing series by Hot Wheels. This wasn't an actual real race car, because it says IMA on the side there, IMA Motors, and that was the guy that designed this set of cars. Highly sought after, as many people say. I have got a few from this set. I'm so lucky to have them and to have found them. This one I did find loose, which is an absolute holy grail, and it was a reasonable price. I'm so lucky to own this car, and it is my favourite car. I have no compunction or doubt as to which is my favourite car. but to pick out 5 was a bit of an impossibility for me. But I hope you enjoyed those 10. I'm not feeling too bad today, so I may do another video or 2, but I'll probably pay the price tomorrow. Thanks to Darren. I just spoke to Darren by text online, and he sold me some Hot Wheels classics at a very reasonable price, which is just unheard of in the UK. So a big thank you to Darren. I'm sure I'll think of a few more thank yous in my next video. And if you want to ask me about the 2 cars in the back, you can. I've just had that bus, which is a bit of another one I've been looking for a long time, and I've just had that green machine in the background as well. I've never seen a Gulf one as a green machine anywhere. Okay, take care and keep safe. Bye bye.